Hello and welcome to the Psychologist NDTV with me, Dr. Blessing Ntamu. Always a pleasure to be out here with you. How are you today? I hope you're doing well, because for me, I'm doing very well. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about 11 ways of preventing stress. Yes, stress can be prevented because sometimes stress is man-made. Now if you watched our last video, we talked about understanding and coping with stress. You can't miss out on that one. Please go check it out. But today, let's see how you can prevent stress, or you can help your body to cope with stress. Now, the very first factor or method of preventing stress we're going to talk about is avoiding psychoactive drugs. Avoiding psychoactive drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, all of the cocaine, heroin, all of these will stress you. That will lead to physiological stress. So you can prevent stress by avoiding the intake of psychoactive drugs. Remember, we mentioned eating healthy as one of the methods to cope with stress. Whatever we take into our system affects our system. So please avoid psychoactive drugs as much as you can. Now, the second way you can prevent stress is living within your means. In this social media generation, people are really expending a lot of energy trying to compete with people who they should not be competing with. We are trying to live false lives. We are living without our means. Our expenditure is beginning to exceed our income because we want to please people and create an impression. And this leads to stress, chronic stress. So we can avoid or prevent stress by living within our means. You don't have to impress everybody. You don't have to create any impression. These people you're trying to impress are most times too busy with their life to even notice you. So please live within your means. As we say around Africa, cut your coat according to your clothes according to your size. Or maybe cut your size. I don't know how that's going to work. But live within your means this year. Live within your means this year. That will help you prevent stress. Now, the third thing you can do to help you prevent stress is proper planning. Plan ahead. Like we've said time and again, he who fails to plan plans to fail. So when you plan ahead, you're not under pressure. If you plan the day ahead of you today, when tomorrow comes, you know what to do at every point in time. So you're not, under pressure trying to decide what to do first, trying to make choices and all of that. Proper planning helps us reduce stress or prevent stress, as a matter of fact. Now, another way you can prevent stress is maintaining a routine. Some people, do not have a routine at all. If you sleep at a particular point in time, if you take your breakfast at a particular point in time, and you do things following a routine, it also helps you prevent stress. That's something you should actually consider. It will help you. So try to stick to a routine if you're someone that's stressed easily, and that can help you maintain or prevent stress. Another way you can prevent stress is focusing on what you can control. Now, there are some factors that are beyond your control. There are certain things that you cannot control, and worrying about those things will not help you. Worry is anxiety, and all it will do is increase your levels of stress. So focus on what you can control and control those things that you can control. And for the things you cannot control, leave them. Leave them to God, if you're me, because I believe in God that He has control over everything. So just focus on what you can control. Okay, another way you can prevent stress is being logical. Sometimes we are illogical. Try to think about everything, every event in your life constructively, and focus on solutions. Focus on what? On solutions. Don't focus on the problem. Focus on solutions. So when you have problems, you should be doing something about them. That will keep you away from worrying. So one way you can prevent stress is being logical. Thinking about your problems and your circumstances logically. Okay? What other way can you prevent stress? You can also prevent stress by realizing that you cannot always get what you want. Yes, we all have wants, but we cannot always get what we want. So when things do not work exactly how we wanted them to, it's okay. It's part of life. Don't stress about it. Don't kill yourself because of that. You cannot always get what you want. Another thing you can do to prevent stress is living with the understanding that no matter how good you are, everybody cannot like you. Yes, no matter how good you are, how generous, how beautiful, how helpful you are, every single person on planet Earth cannot like you. Some people will love you, some people will hate you, and that's just a part of life. So those that love you Good for you. When you meet people who do not like you, you can be better than them by not hating them, but letting them go with their feelings. They can't hurt you. You just stay away. But don't expect everybody to love you. That could never happen. Are you a man pleaser? The kind of person that tries to please everybody? I used to be there some years ago, but I'm growing up. I bet you. You must understand that you definitely cannot please every single person you come across. And this year, it'll be good if you prioritize yourself sometimes. It's good to love your neighbor, but sometimes think about you too. Because if you're going about trying to please every single person, you will break down. Definitely, you will break down. You can't please everybody. So do what you can for as many people as you can, but know your limits. Yes, know your limits and set your boundaries. You can please everybody. If you do that, if you try to please everybody, you'll break down. So to prevent stress, do the much you can for those you can. Set your limits and have your boundaries. Otherwise, you'll break down. Also, to prevent stress, you have to manage your resources well. Whenever we are in lack or in want, when there's not enough money, there's not enough gas, there's not enough of anything, we're stressed up. We begin to worry. So manage your resources well. I mean, this is connected to planning and living within your means. If you manage your resources properly, you will always have something to live with, and then you prevent stress. Finally, the 11th way of preventing stress is realizing that setbacks, that occasional failures, they are a normal part of life. Expect them. They are part of life and they will come. Occasionally, there will be setbacks. You will come to more like a standstill. Sometimes there will be blocks, but sometimes all of this can be good. The more positively you think about these things, the less stressed you will be. Remember, we said things can never always go the way you want them to. So make the best and the most of every situation and get on with your life. I hope that you've learned something today, and I hope that you're going to begin to work to prevent stress. As for me, I'm taking it easier this year. I'm working to prevent stress, and I'm already doing good. Have a fantastic day ahead of you. Much love from me to you. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so. Just a click of the button and you're part of this family. I bet you there are amazing things in store for us this year. Connect with me on Instagram at ThePsychologistNG, on Twitter at ThePsychologistNG. I'd like to connect with you on LinkedIn as well at Blessing Nkong Ntamu. Have a very pleasant day ahead. God bless you. Bye.